when last we left. The Yeti was perched high on the side of the temple dome that had partially, if not almost entirely, collapsed. And the three of you had entered and were on the steps, and little Chirp had gone into onto the bird corpse that was sort of crackling with lightning, and he had taken a little treat from inside and had began to chew on it when you heard a growling howl and looked up to see a Yeti, which must be what they call what your tribe has always called the Frost. And it leaps down off of that perch, landing on poor Chirp with a resounding crack and a snap. And now we'll roll initiative. And my initiative trackers are somewhere else, so I'm just going to do this old school.
May I have a reroll?
May I have a reroll?
May I have another?
Woohoo!
Well, I rolled horrible for the Yeti, so you might be unlucky. Okay, so anybody over 20? Granny?
I have a the very first roll with these dice is a 23.
23. Rock on. And what might be the next highest? Because I'm
17.
17? That's good.
Is the next highest.
Zul on 17. And Root?
4.
No, you beat me.
Oh, what? I did not expect that.
Rutabaga on 4 and Yeti on 3.
Okay.
So, Granny is the first to react. Now, a couple rules for this battle. So, the dotted line is where open sky is on the map. So, there's nothing above that. Okay? Obviously, the bird is the bird. And if you're on the bird, that would be considered difficult terrain. And I will remind you that the rib cage keeps crackling with lightning. And that would be those purple triangle things down the center of the bloody opening. And then closest to the screen, that is an altar, the thing that looks like a old cassette tape. You have some stairs. The heavy black circles are 4 pillars. They're more like ribs, though, that go up the inside of the dome's walls. And any debris you're on would be considered difficult terrain as well. So difficult terrain costs you an extra movement. So either the rocks or the bird, all considered difficult terrain.
So 10 feet instead of 5.
Yeah. So just, and did we modify Rutabaga's movement because of his leg injury?
No, we didn't.
You said half.
Yes.
Did we say half?
I remember half.
Okay. I don't think I modified it in here.
I don't know that D&D Beyond will let you. So you're what? You're moving 15 right now? 15 feet? So difficult terrain will be very tricky for you.
Very difficult.
Very difficult. Okay. So Granny is first to react.
Yep.
And what would she like to do?
Firebolt.
Firebolt at the Yeti.
Yeah, that's gonna be miss.
What'd you get?
2.
Okay.
What
Yep.
did we call that last session? The missing fireball of what was it again?
Oh, the underwhelming fire.
Underwhelming.
Underwhelming firebolt?
Yeah. No, it was underwhelming fireball because
Oh,
fireball
okay,
is
yes,
good.
yes.
And firebolt.
So your firebolt zips past the Yeti. I will say this though, that as the firebolt sort of passes over its shoulder, it noticeably cringes from that.
Interesting.
And it would be Zhulzuk's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go over there.
So he circles.
Yeah.
And then we have, and anything else? Do you want to
Oh, I'm gonna attack him.
ready in action? Or you're
I'm
going to
gonna
attack?
bonus action hex and Eldritch Blast.
So you hex him with your hex spell. Or is it you don't have your other hex yet, do you?
What's that?
You eventually get a hex blade hex.
Oh, I have that. That's just on my sword, right? Like a smite and stuff.
No, there's one where like you get crits on 19s.
Yeah. That's one of your packs, right?
Yeah, but you have to actually put that hex on something. It's a bonus action.
Yeah, it's my hex. Yeah.
Is that the one you're using?
Yeah.
So you get to add your charisma to damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's not the hex spell where you just add a piece.
No.
Okay, so you put your hex on him and cast.
Blast.
Do it, Warlock. Do it. I Eldritch Blast.
10.
Say it, Warlock. Say it. 10.
Yes.
Well, 10 is not a hit either.
No, it's not.
So that bolt of force zips over the Yeti's head and smashes into the far side of the wall.
That's not good.
No, it's not good. So with that, we're gonna have the Yeti. If maybe Colleen, you can move the Yeti 4 spaces to the right, just to jump to the right. There. And he will, he just bears down glaring at Zhulzuk. And I need Zhulzuk to make a Constitution saving throw.
I can do that.
Uh-oh.
It's not a very high DC, but we'll see.
Oh, 17.
17, you're okay. So, I'll see if you can take any damage here. If the target saving throw is successful, the target is... Okay, so... You do not take any damage, and you're immune to the chilling gaze of the Yeti for 1 hour.
What's up?
You're like, not today!
Not today, Junior.
So we're back to the top of the round, and it's Granny's turn.
Wait, I didn't get to go.
So where were you?
I was 4.
Okay, go.
Sorry.
Okay.
I just didn't have my to hits and
But
everything.
I wanted to fail at firebolts again. It's okay, I can do that after you go.
I'm just gonna follow this guy and ready in action.
What are you gonna ready?
Attack.
An attack, so if it comes in range, you're gonna take a swing at it?
Yep.
Okay. So now it's Granny's turn.
I'm going to I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb.
Okay.
That's got some range on it.
That'll
since
do some
Firebolt,
damage.
So yeah. Okay. That's gonna be 15 to hit.
15 is a hit.
Yes.
And what energy source are we using?
That would be live fire.
The fire?
Indeed. Because my DM
Put
let me
the-
in on a secret.
Put the fire in.
Bring in the heat.
Indeed.
So it catches him up in the shoulder. And how much damage does it do?
Like so much.
So much.
Oh, actually.
Oh, you rolled really well.
That'd be 18.
Wow.
Yeah.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Okay.
You didn't stop the
For
sun.
Chirp!
For Chirp.
I think Colleen says that, not Granny Murk.
And Chirp puts his head up. I'm not dead yet.
I'm
And then-
feeling better.
Does that Yeti puts another foot on his face?
Okay, well, it seems very bothered by your fire attack.
Does it?
To the point that it maybe even like does a bit of a pat down to try to get the flames and sparks to get off it. And then we have Zhulzuk.
Okay, I'm gonna use minor illusion
Yes.
and make it look like there's a giant ring of fire around him.
Can we do that with minor illusion?
Not.
Doesn't sound very minor to me.
You create a sound or image of an object within range that lasts for the duration. The illusion also ends.
So you're gonna make a ring of fire.
Yeah, a ring of fire.
Burn down,
All right.
down.
I mean, in fairness, it says sound or image, so it's silent.
But your chromatic orb is already crackling with fire.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it is.
The sound's already there.
Okay. What's Rutabaga do?
Rutabaga is going to move 1, 2. Can I step here, or is that in the wall?
The wall would be...
Like here?
Yeah,
You're
Like a little
You're
triangle.
small.
Okay, so the fire can be no larger than 5 foot cube. Which means...
I don't want to do that.
You couldn't put it around him.
Okay, I'm just gonna hit
You
him.
could only put like a bit in front of him.
I'm just gonna hit him then. That's
Okay.
cheap.
All right, fair enough.
19.
19. That is a hit.
Okay.
And this is with your Eldritch Blast.
Yep. 11 damage.
Okay.
That can push him back, right?
I don't know. Does it? Is that what you took with your Eldritch Blast
Yeah.
ability?
Yeah, it's one of the two. Pushes him back 10 feet if I want.
Do you want to do that?
I'll push him back 5.
Okay. Rutabaga.
So I moved.
Yeah.
Now I will. If I equip a different weapon than I typically have equipped, does that take an action?
You can do it as part of your movement.
Alright, I'm gonna take a javelin out
Okay.
and throw it.
Do you want to throw it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. That's all. With ranged weapons, you can essentially load or draw them and throw them / shoot them in the same turn.
Okay.
So throw that javelin.
Throw that javelin.
Shook it.
Spiky stick. Oh.
Well, that does not hit.
Oh boy.
Spiky not stick.
That's 2.
So the javelin flies past it.
That's
You
2.
plant your bad foot. Ah.
Yeah, exactly. On the bad one. So the Yeti can move a whole bunch.
Wait, that did have +1 to hit.
A 1 is always a miss on an attack. You get nothing. You get nothing.
You get nothing.
So it can move 8 squares, which I think is enough to probably get to the 2 of you.
Okay.
So just put it not
Is
right
that
in
even
front of
half
Rutabaga.
speed?
What?
Is that half speed too?
Oh yeah, we gotta go half speed. So hold on a second, because the bird's difficult terrain.
Yeah.
So he's only moving 4 squares then, unless he goes around the outside.
Would this be difficult as well?
The debris is.
Yeah.
As long as he has 1 square on the bird, then it is.
Yeah, let's just move him as close as we can get. So 4 squares over the bird. So 1, 2, bring him on a diagonal for that one.
Okay, so we're gonna go
1, and then diagonal.
like that.
Yeah, back one. Sort of. Yeah, there. Whoa, you had it. You're good. Straight forward. Straight forward now 1. And then I'm going to try to do another one on a diagonal.
Like that?
Ah!
Yes, he needs to be on 4 squares.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit. There we go. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Imagine it's a cupboard
I
and
don't,
you have to close the door.
I don't know if that... he's going to take a dodge action.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
So any attacks on him will be at disadvantage.
He's so fluffy.
Actually, no. He'll give the chilling gaze to Rutabaga this turn. So Rutabaga needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
As it glares down on you, you feel the very blood of your body start to freeze.
Should be good for you.
Another 1.
It's a 3.
Oh wow.
So I got a
Did you
4.
got another D20 in
Got one right here.
there? You might want to use a different.
Okay, so you're gonna take some cold damage.
It's a good idea. 2 1s and a 3.
Yeah,
You take
almost done for the
13 cold damage,
Okay, well I'm down to 5 health.
night. Oh, jeez.
and you're paralyzed
Like you do.
in fear.
Okay.
So you can do nothing until that wears off. Now, you can repeat a saving throw at the end of each of your turns to try to break free of the paralysis.
Okay.
All right, so we are back to the top of the round, which is Granny.
Okay. Yeah. Let's.
So he did not take a dodge action.
Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb again. I mean, actually no.
Isn't it just there and it moves? Isn't that how chromatic orb?
No, that's flaming sphere.
Oh. Never mind.
So Granny's like, whoa, he moved really fast over that corpse. So she's gonna go back
Some distance.
far as she can. I think from there he can't get her to her in 1 round. But if he does, he'll be in anyway.
I don't know. I don't think he can get that far back.
No, he can't. But he'll still get to here, which means that she
Oh.
can't pass him without an
Fair
attack
enough,
opportunity.
fair enough.
But anyway, it is what it is.
Good point.
Yeah, that's gonna be an 18 to hit.
What were we using?
Chromatic Orb
Oh, chromatic orb again.
with Le Fire.
With Le Fire?
Yes.
Le Fire from Le Chromatic Orb. For our Francophone viewers.
8 plus
Oh,
6 is 14 damage.
What? How much?
14.
14? Well, that explodes on him, and he looks terrified this time with the second one hitting him. And we now have Zhulzuk's turn.
Okay. Let's go time. So as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Wrathful Smite.
Ooh, nice.
I'm gonna 5, 10, 15.
Yep.
I'm going to attack him.
Yep.
Oh,
You got this.
Hope I don't die.
Zhulzuk.
13.
Brings up 13 is a hit.
Oh, thank God.
I never lost faith in you.
What do I get? Extra of this. 1d6. I draw that 12. So 7, 14, 15, 19 damage.
Holy cow. Okay, so your blade slashes across him.
Oh, 1 second. Has to make a wisdom saving throw. Or it's frightened of me.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
I rolled a 19 in total.
He is not frightened of me. He's a very wise man.
So it's Rutabaga's
Man,
turn.
bear
Rutabaga
face.
is paralyzed with the chilling gaze, but you do get to make another Constitution saving throw. to
Come
try to
on,
break
come
it.
on, come on,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah,
come on,
yeah,
come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, boy.
17.
17. You are no
Nice.
longer paralyzed. So
Alright.
on your next turn, you get to act normally. So the Yeti looms over Zhulzuk. Now, Zhulzuk notices that the Yeti's claws are crackling with the same kind of lightning that's all over the bird.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just noticed that.
Well, he's up close now. He's up close.
Good God!
However, I will tell you this: because Granny's fire attack hit
Yeah.
him this turn, his attacks are at disadvantage.
Oh, thank you. That's great to know.
He's using his lightning claws.
Mama.
So the first attack was a total of 12.
Okay, that's good. I
Which
like
I'm going to
that.
assume does not
That
hit.
does not hit.
That does not hit. Okay, and the second attack was a total of 15,
Which doesn't hit.
which does not hit. So you're okay. The claws. He seems more worried about the
fire.
singed fur
Perfect.
going out than he does about actually striking you. But
I'm gonna pour it on.
you definitely. You kind of feel the hair on the back of your neck rising, almost like there's a static charge around this thing.
Oh, good.
So we're back to Granny.
Cool. I mean, this time I'm gonna try Firebolt again because, let's not use about all of our spell slots in one go. 9.
In total?
Yeah.
No, it missed.
Okay.
It missed.
God.
So the firebolt, as reliable as it has become,
Ugh.
zips past
Stop
the Yeti.
encouraging them.
Your chromatic orb has been fantastic.
Yeah, but it requires a spell slot, man.
This is
So
true.
that's how it goes.
So now we're back to Zhulzuk. He's got
As
this
a bonus
massive-
action, I'm going to chug my potion of giant strength that I found,
Okay.
which
I think
gives
that actually
me...
takes an action.
Oh, is it an action?
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not doing that.
I mean, I think that it's an action to give it to somebody else, but it's bonus action to take it yourself.
I thought to interact with an object was.
Yeah, but
fine.
drink a potion is different.
Is it?
Let me go do your thing, whatever. But I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I think
It's just giving me more damage if...
Yeah.
That's the
Because you
only...
use your charisma to hit, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Never mind that.
Unless the strength could be higher.
Oh, not 20.
Woo!
That's not good for the Yeti.
Don't worry about the potion.
8, 9, 14, plus my charisma. 18, 19.
19. Nice.
Times 2.
No, you rolled.
Oh, I rolled twice?
You just rolled the dice twice. You
Oh,
don't
never
have the
mind.
bonuses again.
10,
So 29.
another 14.
Another 14.
Yep.
You don't add your charisma bonus.
Oh, never mind. Then minus 4, so
So
another 10
so
on there. 29, yeah.
29. So with that, the creature sort of its eyes roll back it takes a knee and then it falls limp on the wing.
I stab it in the face over and over and over.
So Zuck has a little moment with
I'm
it,
making sure it's dead.
and it's not moving.
Yes.
Can I cast Firebolt out again just because?
Absolutely.
If I get a 1, will I hit Zhulzuk?
No. I won't do that.
Yeah, no.
It does not hit.
New spell.
Okay, so the Yeti lies dead on the wing of this massive bird.
I skin it and make a sweet cape with its face that goes over my helm.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I do.
Is it dead?
You taking a Yeti fur?
Yeah, and I'm gonna make its
Give me a
claws and
survival check.
gauntlets.
Give me a survival check.
As that's happening, Granny walks up and looks at Rutabaga and says, "He
18.
was playing dress up as a
18?
kid."
Yeah, you get a pretty
He
good
loves
Yeti
it.
pelt out of that.
Yes.
What?
As
He
you
loves it.
start skinning away. However, I will tell you this: that like at least half a dozen times as you're skinning this thing, you get like a static charge off it, like
Cool.
like someone had rubbed their feet across a carpet and touched you.
Shock me.
Every so often, you just get this sharp crack sound, and you're like, "Ow!"
What noise does Zhulzuk make when he gets shocked?
What else do we
He
make?
probably swears.
I want like a manly grunt.
I killed you,
like,
fucker.
Stop stopping me.
I'll put it in my bag.
Okay.
Gonna be so badass.
So is the lightning like on his claws? Is that still catfly?
No,
No.
but there's still lightning coming off the bird.
Has he got horns? Yeah, I want a horn. I want a horn. I'm sorry. I mean, I don't want to pause the game forever just as far as can I have a horn?
Yeah,
Yeah, here.
Zhulzuk got a great survival check for skinning it, so the horns are probably available.
This thing's been decimated.
Thank
It's
you very much.
In jars,
I helped a
organized.
lot during this fight.
What's
I
that?
said I helped a lot.
You did.
That actually went quicker than I thought it would.
We know.
I'm going to check out that altar.
Okay. So you move across to the altar.
I follow.
Wait, can I make something out of his like claws, like a weapon?
Probably not.
Hmm.
However,
Yeah.
the big bird's ribs could be made into something maybe.
Ooh.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
Curve it into a blade.
So who goes to the altar?
I am.
I'm following. I'm not like well up in it, but I'm going with.
Okay, and Rutabaga is checking out the bones and things. Okay.
Well, we could here.
So, you reach the altar first. Zhulzuk reaches the altar first. And sitting on top of the altar is, in stone, it looks like a stone at least, idol.
What's it look like?
A hydra.
Hydra.
It has 5 heads.
That's badass. How big is it?
Like this.
Can I check for traps?
You can take it around, absolutely make a perception check.
Natty 20.
And that 20, you think
Whoa!
the statue is relatively
Harmless?
safe.
I'll take it.
Okay. It does have some weight to it.
Yeah.
There are a few cracks in it.
Mm-hmm.
It has aged fairly significantly, and when you pick it up, you feel pretty good about yourself.
Aw.
Awesome.
Even better than he did before.
Even better for Zhulzuk.
Whoa!
Yes, I do.
That is some powerful magical shit.
I am a golden god.
Up on the corpse of the, so you're looking down, and every so often a bit of lightning strays across. So maybe you get a static charge every so often off a feather or something.
Yeah.
The rib cage, the bones of the rib cage, you definitely think could be sharpened up to be made into spears or javelins.
Are they still electrifying?
You gonna break one off and try? Okay, so as you break the first one off, it cracks, and it's a good length. You think with a little bit of work, you could make it into either the head of the javelin or the majority of the body of the javelin. You also see Chirp's broken body lying down on the other wing.
Yep.
He's like there's lightning everywhere on him. Like it keeps arcing off him.
What did he do? Did he eat something?
Yes, he did.
What did he eat?
He
So the
ate
bird.
an organ, didn't he?
He went into you saw him go into the bird, and he came out sort of chewing.
Does it look like it's hurting him, or does it look like he's badass? I started eating.
Or does it look
No,
like
no,
he's
no, no.
badass? Well, he's a little flat right now.
We're gonna get electric powers.
Yeah.
Granny would like to grab like some of his hair and sort of
Chirps? Okay.
and just
Scalp him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna loot him
You're gonna loot him?
Yeah.
Okay.
and pour one out for him.
Pour one out.
Yeah.
Granny doesn't have anything to pour out, but yeah.
How many rib bones do you take from the bird?
We should just
I'll
harvest
take
this
4.
thing.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 1/2 of the rib cage.
Yeah, don't assume that drawing is entirely accurate. Those are probably way bigger than they really are. They would be a lot more slender.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so you want to take 4?
Yeah.
Can I interrupt this fantasy game for some reality?
Yes.
Bones that big, I'm not sure a goblin can snap them. I tried to break a turkey bone leg before. It's really hard.
Remember that he's been cooked.
Fair enough. Even cooked, it's hard.
And
Fair.
smash through a building
Fair.
roof.
Fair,
And
but
with-
I would assume you've got a blade or something on you that
It's
could
fair to
help.
weaken it. Okay.
So
It could have also been broken when he was in the fight with that other bird.
Yeah.
This is-
look,
this
that's
is
a good
true.
red line. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
but-
a good idea.
I think it's fair to say that you get 4 ribs.
How big's
After
the
a while.
bird's head?
Massive.
Like any of us could probably sit in it like a car. I'm assuming big like that. Yeah. Like as big as your
Are you
car.
trying to eat some of it?
I'm eating some, yeah.
Okay. So you hop into its opened up chest and like grab
Because
something.
obviously that thing's been eating it that we
Yeah.
just jacked up.
Yeah.
Let's
So you
go.
start to eat it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Zhulzuk.
You've never tasted anything like it.
Does it taste good?
I'm assuming that Zhulzuk, being a hobgoblin, has probably eaten his fair share of raw meat before.
Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm eating.
But you don't feel anything at first.
Okay.
At first.
There's no immediate effect.
No immediate effect. Sorry.
We should take like talons and stuff,
You
feathers.
should absolutely take talons.
Yeah.
Do goblins traditionally partake in like cannibalism?
Not really.
No.
But you.
I mean, Chirp did.
You know, Chirp did.
Maybe I'll have a piece of chirp.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, while all this eating is going on, Granny wants to try for a talon.
Okay. What are we rolling?
I figured strength or something.
Are you trying to surgically remove it or just break it off?
Yeah, no, surgically. Yeah, because that
So
way you get the.
give me a survival check then.
Okay, give me a roll.
Can I
again,
help her with
so-
it?
What was it?
Okay, it was 15 plus something.
Eat some
I would total of 17.
Okay, you get a talent.
I also want the middle talon.
Okay.
Ooh.
The middle one.
This one.
This one right here.
So give him the bird.
We should
Now the bird's like,
just take all of them.
Should I make a bunch of survival rolls?
no, you made a survival check, so that's fine.
Okay.
So you have 1 foot. We'll assume it's the foot on the floor. You've cleaned that
We can
off.
take our time and cut all the talons
Okay.
off.
Yeah, so
Take.
Granny has talons.
So you have yours.
Yeah.
I want
got
to take
mine.
one off and hand it to Rutabaga, and then I'll take one and be
Okay.
like, "This is the new beginning for the Stormtalons."
Stormtalons. This is what we do.
This is what.
So you start breaking the other. You're going after the other talons.
Mhm.
So as you do that, Zhulzuk just gets the first one sort of detached and pulls it off. When one of those arcs that go up and down the ribcage every so often, a massive arc discharges from the bird's foot up into its claw as you're holding it, and you guys see it basically lights Zhulzuk up like a Christmas tree.
Am I hurt?
No.
Yes.
Is he glowing?
I go up and like.
Just for a moment, he would be glowing, and then the lightning sort of pushes away, and it's.
I go up and touch you, not like annoyingly, just like touch. Does anything happen?
What's this mean?
But you get that same thing, the same way that I described to him when he was near the Yeti. His hair sort of stood up. Granny's hair kind of like there's a static charge around him.
Put it in my hand and point it at something and think about going Palpatine on it.
So you point your hand out. Your hand does begin to sort of crackle, but you don't get any sort of. It doesn't shoot or anything like that.
I start eating more meat. That's what Zuck would do.
All right.
Are we stopping for a picnic of Big Bird now?
Eat the bird, lady.
I'll have some bird. Can we all eat some bird?
You're gonna eat some bird.
Granny reluctantly eats bird.
So everyone eats bird. So I would like Zhulzuk to roll for me a.
That's what we should have done. We should have waited an hour and saw what happened and before we did it. Oh dear.
Yes, we should have.
I want to know what trip powers you get.
I want a super chirp powers.
Roll a d10 for me.
D10. A 2.
A 2.
Sometimes low is good. Sometimes, like divine intervention. I said.
So you already know your Zhulzuk has learned that he already has lightning immunity.
Oh.
Bum, bum,
So
bum.
lightning damage won't hurt you anymore. And then that roll of 2, once per long rest. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hold on. You can add a D4 of lightning damage to any weapon attack, any melee weapon attacks you make.
A D4.
Yeah.
Oh. So lightning immunity.
So you're immune to lightning attacks, and 1d4 lightning damage on your melee attacks. There's no limit to that. That's all the time. Rutabaga, you want to give me a d10 roll?
What's 0?
10.
Good, 10.
10?
Yeah. Unless it goes from
Your eyes turn gold permanently.
I send.
So again, Rutabaga has lightning immunity.
Yeah.
Lightning damage does not bother him at all.
Okay.
And you fart lightning bolts. Once per day.
And you never know when it's going to
And once per long rest, you can cast Thunderous Smite.
Your ass.
from my head.
Sorry, once per short rest, you can cast Thunderous
Ooh, that just got better.
Smite. So as a bonus action, the first time you hit with a melee weapon attack during the spell's duration, your weapon rings with an audible thunder crack that can be heard like for some distance.
You're Thor.
And the attack deals 2d6 thunder damage to the target, and if it fails a strength saving throw, it will be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone. You can do that once per short rest.
If that's a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw, correct. And okay. And what's your Constitution bonus?
+1.
+1. So the DC would be 11 on the saving throw,
Okay.
as it's Constitution.
Cool.
Sick.
Thunderous smite.
Okay, Granny, you ate some too, so let's have you roll.
The D10?
Yep.
2. Wasn't it the same as you?
I'm using different abilities for spellcasters versus melee attackers.
Very sad. So, there's so many dice here.
Okay, so you get lightning immunity as well.
I wonder when we get
If you don't have it, you gain the shocking grasp cantrip.
when we get our Megasaurs. Or our Lions. I hope I get the black one.
You can reroll 3 thunder
Yeah.
and lightning damage dice per rest, short rest. So if you have any spell that does thunder or lightning damage, and you don't like what the dice comes up as, you can reroll it.
Okay. 3. Right. So then, like, if I use 2, then it would reset to 3 after I took a short rest.
Yeah.
Cool.
So if you cast a chromatic orb,
Yep.
said it was doing lightning,
Lightning.
you rolled 1, because it's 3 dice,
I
right?
can reroll all 3.
You could choose to spend all 3 of your rerolls and pick them up and reroll the whole
Yeah.
thing. Or if you roll like 8, 8, 1, you could just pick the 1 up and
Mhm.
reroll it.
Yeah. Tight.
Okay. Okay, so you take a little bit of time here. You have all of the talons. So there's 10 talons in total. And you took how many? You got 4 ribs?
Yep.
10 talons, 4 ribs. Okay. And some feathers, someone mentioned.
A sick cloak that I'm gonna make.
And your Yeti skin soon to be cloak.
Yeah.
Okay. So now what?
I tell Granny that there might be a place across the way that she might be interested in.
Where?
In the other tower, there's a room full of paper with writing of sorts on it. I can't read it.
Very well. Are we going there now, or do you want me to go alone, frail and weak and feeble as I am?
Yeah,
She taps him with
let's
her
go.
staff.
Okay. So you leave the temple. And you notice that as you've taken claws and ribs and things like that, the bird has become less and less electrically charged. But the things that you carry still hold that sort of
Okay.
static energy.
So we should take more. How much can we carry and like take all that electric charge with us?
Like the beak or something?
Yeah.
The eyeballs.
The feathers, the whatever we can take.
I definitely want a feather, at least.
Okay.
I want the wings and I want to make
Put
the
them
magic backpack.
Okay, so you head out of the temple
Yeah.
with your
Loot.
bird parts, and you
KFC.
can see that lone tower standing on the mountain's bluff, and there's that door that was closed when you arrived here on the side of the mountain that
Open.
is now open
Oh, of course it is.
mysteriously.
Do you want to go look at these writings first, Granny?
Were there picture books?
There were some pictures.
I do want to go.
Did you go check out the books first?
Very well. Is there any way for us to put something in front of that door? I mean, I don't necessarily want to have someone sneak up and bite us in the tail feathers, so to speak.
Yes, I'll go back in the room, grab Chirp, drag him, and put him in, wedge him into the door to keep it open.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Or
sort
use
of,
his tools.
He's not blocking the way though, if that's what you...
Oh, like use his tools to keep the door open? Like
He-
wedges and stuff that he might have?
Was that your concern that the door was closing, or were you concerned that something might come out?
might come out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why not? I can set us a trap.
Onward.
Can I try to booby trap the door?
With what?
With your
rope?
friend Chirp.
With rope?
Yeah. Like a little Scooby-Doo tripwire.
A Scooby-Doo tripwire?
Yeah.
That would just trip someone up?
Yeah.
Sure, give me a roll. You
And a
don't
net
have
that drops
you
down.
don't have proficiency, so you're just giving me a dexterity roll, I'll say.
Dexterity. So I got a 10 plus 13.
13?
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Well, there's a rope tripwire there,
Yeah, and I go
About
boing.
chest height.
and you're hoping it might trip someone if they come through,
Yeah.
but you don't know how effective it'll be.
Oh, it'll work.
Like, Scoob, let's get out of here, bud.
So does Granny now go up to the library?
Yeah, let's go.
Is Granny filled with reassurance?
Granny's 100% filled with reassurance. That's just. I mean, I kind of wanted to say, like, Chirp serves the Stormtalons even in death or something, but anyway.
Are we gonna bring Chirp's body with us?
No!
Just drag him along.
Just drag it along.
By his foot.
So when you get into the library,
Yeah.
you've never seen anything like it before. There's not a whole lot of books in.
I keep it to myself. I'm kind of like,
Yeah, and there's a lot of books and a lot of rolled up scrolls.
smells really musty, I would assume.
Well, no, because the roof is missing in parts and the air has gotten in here.
Oh, right.
Some of the tomes and scrolls are probably ruined.
I walk up, and the crosshairs go for it. Ruined book.
And then and you can see that there was some kind of alchemical or potion brewing going on in the room as well.
Okay.
However,
Anything worthwhile to take, like equipment-wise?
if you had, there's a lot of equipment.
Right.
Getting it down the mountain would be the trickiest. There's a lot of like glass and things like that.
All right.
There's also, there looked like they were brewing potions, but there's no potions left here.
Is there like little circles in the dust?
Maybe. You want to make an investigation check?
It is. 15.
Maybe. Yeah, something.
You were in here before, yes?
Yeah. What was here is mine. That's the Hobgoblin way. I took what I wanted.
I didn't ask. That's also the Hobgoblin way. Don't ask, don't tell about potions, stuff. All right, I like to look at the books.
Okay. The books are filled with writing that Granny's never seen before.
She again.
She speaks. She can speak common, though, right?
Yeah. Like the finger.
There is a similarity to that language. Maybe an ancient. This is an ancient version of it. So some words escape her.
Might take you some time to decipher it.
Yeah. There's a lot of books, though.
All right. Are there any pictures of anything interesting, or just arcane shit?
No. There's. You think a lot of this is
Holdouts.
the books don't have arcane writings in them, so you think that they're more factual books.
Like histories or
Maybe. Yeah.
fiction.
Check this one.
Is there any
All right,
books
I
with
take 3 at
elves?
random.
Okay.
Fold
Give
out.
me a D100 roll for me.
Okay, where is it? That's 3.
Literally 0-3?
Yes, I rolled 0, 0, and then 3. That's 3. Right?
Okay, so you take 3.
300.
You take 3 books.
I rolled 300 on a D100. That's how good I am.
Blew your mind.
Oh my mind. So you take the books, you pack them away in your pack for later viewing. There are some scrolls that Granny thinks are of use that are more arcane in nature.
Okay, yoink.
So you find those. The first scroll has the spell Shatter on it.
The second one has
Okay.
Firebolt, but you notice that the arcane runes are different than the ones you're used to casting.
This is what I've been missing!
Oh,
Overwhelming.
I turned my hand to the right, not the left. Oh.
Leviosa.
Leviosa! So there's one with the spell Shatter on it. You find another one with the spell Invisibility on it.
Okay.
And the third one has a Lightning Bolt spell on it.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Not stupefy.
Indeed.
So you remember that Granny cannot cast these level spells yet,
Yeah.
but you can still read off the scroll and make a check to see if you can get the spell to go off.
That's DM for please do it.
Hey, it's up to you.
You do you, boo boo.
You do you. Okay, so now what?
Question.
Yeah.
Are we considered to have taken a short rest?
No.
No. Should I use my?
You want to use your second wind?
Yeah.
You can do that. So roll a d10 and add your level. Which is 2.
So 6.
So you get that many hit points back.
And can I look around the room for anything interesting?
Okay.
That would be of use to Rutabaga.
Make an investigation check.
You find a 4.
Ooh, that might be something. Investigation is wisdom.
I believe so, yeah. So +1, so 20.
20.
You don't find anything too useful as far as weaponry or anything like that's concerned, but you look through a couple books, you maybe look through a couple scrolls, and you find one that has a map drawn on it. A map that this is probably the first map Rutabaга's ever seen, but you notice that it has some words on it that are familiar to you, and you recognize one of which is the river that runs not far from here, and you can't be certain, but you think that this is a map of the actual sort of area that you're in. It has mountains on it, it has a lot of flat land, and it shows the river that you guys have come to use for your own purposes. It's the one that sort of separates the barbarians from the goblins. However, there's other things on the map. There's like cities and towns, and those are
Absent.
you don't know of any of these cities or towns that are marked on the map. But there's definitely some similarities between your lands and what's here on the map.
Can I share it with Granny?
Yeah.
Granny, look at this.
Ah!
All these funny lines.
He's funny.
Granny would have seen at least one map before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's seen it.
Ah, yes. Yes. You see.
All the lab equipment.
That's not important.
That's not important.
You see this here, right? We would be about. Or wait.
I'll
This
come
would
over and
be
look
on
when
the
I see
map?
them looking
It is
at
on
it.
the map.
Yeah.
You notice that in the mountains there is a very small symbol of of 5 serpent heads. They sort of come up almost like a flower and turn inwards on each other.
I point to that symbol and I point to Zhulzuk and I say, "That's where we are right now." Someone made this map specifically with of all the symbolism in this place. I would like to rack my brain for any relevance that has that I would know about the Hydra thing.
No, the Hydra thing is a bit of a mystery to you.
Okay.
You're not really.
So when I look at that map, does any of it line up with what's around now?
Yes, Castle.
The
What was
main
the
city,
embarrassing?
right?
Castle, I think Skalgrog
Skalgog, yeah.
is way on the north. So the river runs its way up out of the mountains and reaches the North Ocean there, and the castle overlooks the entrance of that river. It's there on the map. It's not called what you guys call it,
Skalgog.
and you can also see there's a number of other cities on the way down the map. One of which is probably the ruins that the cracked Fang
The correct thing.
stand.
This map could be the edge we need. Kill them.
These ruins. More weapons. More power, maybe.
There's the river where we met MT, the giant.
Very good! Very good, Rutabaga. You're catching on to this words and maps thing very quickly.
Okay, so
If we're
Good job. You were useful today.
As always.
Yes.
how is Rutabaga now feeling without his friend? You're now the shortest amongst Like, there's no one of equal height to you. The two hobgoblins tower over you.
Oh, yeah.
You
kind
feel
of
like
the bottom of the pecking order.
Yes, you feel like the tables have like tipped. The scales, pardon me,
Yeah.
have tipped in the hobgoblins versus goblin favor.
She's a goblin, isn't she?
No, hobgoblin.
Well, goblins are dropping like flies these days.
We like to call them bait.
Was ever thus.
Rutabaga, he's indifferent. He'll miss the companionship of his friend, but he knows that this is what we do.
Okay. This is what we do. Hashtag.
Nihilistic.
You get one shot by a big snowman.
You never even saw it coming.
No.
Yeti snowman one shot.
I mean, in fairness, it's one of the best deaths a goblin could have.
Splat.
It was pretty quick.
It was painless.
Yes.
I can still hear his voice on the wind.
So,
If we conclude looking at the map, Granny goes to roll it up and put it in her stuff.
Is there anywhere like a map case or anything to put it in to keep it safe?
sure, you find something like that. Yeah.
She folds it up and
This
tucks
is
it
valuable.
in her drawer.
Yeah.
All the way there.
Okay, so the weather outside is changing a little bit. There's another storm rolling in.
Should we go down that final hallway?
I think so.
Might as well do.
We didn't come up here to not go down the hallways.
That's right.
So
Okay. So you venture down the hallway.
I
Hey.
deactivate my trap.
You deactivate the trap.
Make
Wait,
it.
wait,
Make
before
a
you
roll.
Rutabaga,
You
before
fall
do
on the
that,
trap.
Has anyone tampered with it since we were gone?
No, looks like what do you call it? The it hasn't been compromised.
Excellent.
The integrity of
Good
the
man. Just continue on. Yes.
You just got it. So down the tunnel you go. It's narrow. It's only about 5 feet across. And
Granny brings up the rear.
but it is not the caves that you were in before were sort of jagged and right. They were rough, hewn. This has been cut. The walls show they're the natural stone, but you can see marks where they've been chiseled and smoothed, and
Yeah.
it probably goes about 50 feet or so, and then a set of stairs descend.
At about 25
Can I
feet.
check for traps?
Granny goes, "Are we there yet?"
What is that? Investigation?
Yeah.
18.
18.
Yeah.
If you hit X on that big bar, I think it's just a runtime error. But as long as it says recording at the bottom, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
We're good. I think it's the same one as last time. Anyway, what did you roll?
18.
You don't find any traps.
Alright, keep going.
Okay, so the three of you descend the stairs, and they descend. They don't twist or turn on themselves. It's like a straight just
Shot.
descent, and it feels like it goes down a good long way, maybe 80, almost 100 feet, just step after step after step, until finally it comes into a chamber. And the chamber is a rectangle in shape. In the very center of it, there appears to be some sort of crypt. A smaller rectangular shape. And down the sides of the rectangular room, there are alcoves. Very dark, shadowy alcoves.
Is there anything in them?
There's two on each side, and one at the very head of the room.
I'm gonna squint, give a shifty at him.
Yeah.
That's a modded 20.
Okay. So you look at them, and it doesn't take you long to realize that the darkness in these alcoves are,
Too thick?
yeah.
Too dark? Too...
You immediately think magical because your dark vision isn't even penetrating.
Okay, alright, okay.
Is there any like engraving or anything on the coffin in the middle?
You would have to move out to it to see. There's definitely something on it.
I'll
but
slowly
you're not
walk
sure.
towards it.
Okay.
I'd like to ready a firebolt to cast for what it's worth at anything that goes for Zhulzuk.
Okay, so you're on your toes. What's Rutabaga doing as Zhulzuk approaches the crypt?
I think Rita. Does Zhulzuk want backup?
I'm good.
You're good. Maybe I'll just outride and kind of be ready as well.
Just hold your attacks, wait.
Ready in action.
Okay. So Zhulzuk reaches the crypt, and there is more writing on it that looks similar to what was in some of those books upstairs. It's something like an old common or something. And it goes down the entire face of the crypt, just line after line, and who knows what it's saying exactly. However, at the very top of the crypt is the skull with the 5-pointed star. It would be like right over sort of the head of anyone lying inside.
Is there
So
anything?
it's a star with that skull image on it.
Is there anything that says like a name or?
Yeah, you sort of give it a closer look, and as you're looking, Zhulzuk hears that same laughter he heard when he was in the tower. The woman's sort of.
I'll be like in my head. This is you. Laughing.
You don't get any response.
I want to open it. Is there like any? Can I check for traps and stuff on it?
Sure.
16.
16. There are no physical traps that you can see. However, as you take a closer look underneath the lip of the lid, there are arcane writings all the way around.
Can I walk to one of those alcoves and
Yes.
see what's in there?
Yes. So you walk over to one of the. Which one? There's
The
two
closest
down the
one.
right, two down the left, or the one at the head.
The closest one.
We'll say one of the ones to the right.
Mm-hmm.
As you get close to it, it feels very, very cold.
And I can't see anything. I wonder if this is like some kind of teleportation.
It's an archway,
Yeah.
and it looks like it probably like you can see the beginnings of the walls, and then it just goes dark. It's about the size. You or Granny, someone you Granny's size could walk through one of them, like into that black.
Oh, can I do that?
Zhulzuk, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Rutabaga, fetch Chirp.
Ooh, are we gonna do that?
Yeah.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you hobble away,
I hobble away and I'm gonna drag him down that huge flight of stairs.
just by the foot or something.
Yeah.
Like
Clunk,
gum
clunk,
gum gum
clunk,
gum
clunk,
gum 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 gum.
By the bottom of his head's just smashed.
Yeah. By the time you get to the bottom, he's in bad shape.
Unrecognizable. Alright.
This is what he would have wanted though,
Yes,
to be useful.
that's what I thought. Alright. So, check him through.
I'll pick him and chuck him through one.
Yeah, so you push him into one, and you hear him thud. Like he
Like on the
thuds,
ground.
maybe on the back wall, maybe on the floor. You're not sure.
It's a little wet, I assume.
Oh yeah, no, it's not a nice sound.
No.
Uh,
I go back to the entrance and ready a firebolt again. Just like
there's some arcane writing around the crypt.
Rutabaga, take up my position.
Okay.
And I come over. I'd like to make an arcane check.
Yep.
9.
Granny believes that it's some sort of a protective ward,
Don't touch it.
and it is not. It is not low level.
That will fuck you up. That is the technical term. Or I go back to Rutabaga and I say, Rutabaga, fetch Chirp again.
I have to go through there.
Yep.
Hmm.
You just give him a shove.
I will very cautiously tiptoe
Okay.
through.
So when you step into the darkness,
Yeah.
you feel very cold,
Okay.
and it is very dark. You cannot see anything, which is a very strange feeling because goblins with their dark vision, like
I'm not used to that.
this should not. You should be able to walk into dark places and no problem. But no, you step into here, and it just goes black.